I'm sharing my screen. Let me know, is it visible? It's visible, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
okay, fine. Very good. So today we are going to talk about this differential equations higher order but non-homogeneous case. So before having the solution of a non-homogeneous differential equation case, we need to consider certain prerequisites of it. That is, what do you mean by linearly independence? What do you mean by linearly dependence? What is the Wronskian? So that is what we are going to see today. So before moving ahead, if let me give you one example. If you go to the some occasion or some hotel in which two dishes will be offered, in one dish you will have the all quantities you are given that is made up of one ingredient only. That is, suppose आप कोई शादी में गए, आपके पास डेजर्ट में मूंग का हलवा है, then stuffed paratha with the moong dal, then in the sabji also you are given मूंग की सब्जी, फिर दाल राइस जिसमें है उसमें दाल में भी मूंग की सब्जी है, तो दैट इज वन डिश. एंड अनदर डिश इज हैविंग ऑल वेरिएंट, मीन्स आपको डेजर्ट में सपोज गाजर का हलवा है, फिर पूरी है, पनीर या चीज़ की कोई सब्जी, पनीर बटर मसाला और लाइक दैट, पनीर भुर्जी, कोई सब्जी दी हुई है, दाल राइस इज ऑल्सो गिवन, दाल फ्राई जीरा राइस. सो विच डिश यू विल बी प्रीफर्ड? टेल मी. Which dish you will prefer?
Which has varieties?
Which
More
has
variety.
varieties. Why? Why?
Ma'am, because the same thing becomes monotone.
Same things becomes a monotone. और जो फर्स्ट डिश आपको ऑफर की गई है उसमें बेसिक इंग्रेडिएंट इज मूंग दाल. All variants have been made up of moong dal, means basic thing is moong we are given. So in that case you want a variation in your test and therefore you will choose a second dish most preferably. Most of the cases, some of you will choose first dish, but that exceptional case will be always there. But apart from that, majority of you will choose the second dish because of the variation. Same thing will happen in the solution of differential equation as well. Means if you are given one function and another functions are actually depending on that functions, at that time we will discard that those functions, right? So for example, if I give you y is equal to x as one function, what does it represent? What does it represent? Y is equal to x,
Straight line.
straight line passing through origin, right? Similar thing, if I give you y is equal to 2x, what does it represent?
Also a straight line passing through origin.
Passing through origin. Y is equal to 3x, 4x. Rather, if I consider the rational numbers as well as the constant quantities, or if I consider the transcendental number as well, then all these families represent the straight line passing through origin. So in that case, in the solution, if I consider y is equal to x or y is equal to 2x, so you can say that in general, if I consider y is equal to alpha x, where alpha is a scalar quantity, so at that time all these quantities are depending on the other one. So at that time solution has to be in the functions, if we consider, then it has to be containing the minimum number of functions such that it will satisfy the differential equation. So at that time we will discard this quantity because they are dependent on this particular function. Same thing I can consider for the parabola as well, means y is equal to x square represent parabola, 2x square, 3x square, 1 by 2x square, all these represent the family of parabolas, right? They will have the different natures, but they all will pass through these origin and they will have this different, means this is the family of the parabola, as this was the straight lines, a family of straight line passing through the origins, right? You can allow the alpha to be negative numbers as well in this case also. So in that case they will represent the family of parabola, means whenever we write a solution set, at that time we have to choose the functions such that the other functions will be independent in nature, means they have to be independent in nature, they will not depending on the other functions. So in that case, if we want to represent this in terms of mathematically, means suppose y1x, y2x, in general and many functions you are given y and x, at that time we will say this quantity is linearly independent. Why the word linearly? Because all these degrees of the function, means y1x, y2x we are considering, they will linear in nature. And independent means at that time whenever you choose a constant quantity with that function, alpha 1 y1 plus alpha 2 y2 plus up to plus alpha n yn, of course they are functions of x. So if this combination is equal to 0 for all x, it will automatically implies all these constant quantities you are choosing, that is alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha n, all these quantities has to be 0. At that time we will call this y1, y2 up to yn as linearly independent, linearly independent functions. And if you have this combination to be 0 and there exists some alpha I such that alpha I is not equal to 0, independent के लिए क्या चाहिए, ये सारे जो constant quantities है वो हमें 0 चाहिए. And if there exists for some I alpha I is not equal to 0 such that this combination is 0, so we will call y1, y2 up to yn as linearly dependent, that is L dot D dot in short, right? तो हर बार ये फॉर एग्जाम्पल लेट अस टॉक अबाउट ये y1 y2 yn अभी सॉल्यूशन है, इट मे बी वेक्टर्स आल्सो. तो लेट मी कंसीडर e1 एज द वेक्टर 1 0 0, e2 as the vector 0 1 0 and e3 as a vector 0 0 1. In your geometry this is ijk standard unit vectors, right? In that case suppose I consider alpha 1 e1 plus alpha 2 e2 plus alpha 3 e3 is equal to 0. 0 means it is a zero vector. ये तीन कोऑर्डिनेट्स के आपके पास वेक्टर्स है, तो जीरो वेक्टर मीन्स इट विल बी ओरिजिन ओवर हियर, दैट इज 0 0 0. सो इन दैट केस लेट अस सी अल्फा आइज जो है वो सारे स्केलर क्वांटिटीज है, मीन्स दे विल बी इन रियल नंबर. So in that case let us substitute these values. So alpha 1 into 1 0 0, alpha 2 into 0 1 0 plus alpha 3 into 0 0 1, and that is equal to 0 0 0. So in that case if you see the coordinate wise addition, then it will be alpha 1 alpha 2 alpha 3 is equal to 0 0 0. What does it mean? It means alpha is equal to 0 for all I is equal to 1 2 3. So from the definition we can say this e1 e2 and e3 are linearly independent, but instead of it let me consider 1 0 as e1, or let me denote it with v1, vector v1, और vector v2 जो आप ले रहे हो that is suppose 2 0, right? So what it will be, तो अल्फा 1 v1 प्लस अल्फा 2 v2 इज इक्वल टू, सपोज आपने 0 वेक्टर ले लिया, 0 मीन्स इन दिस केस इट इज origin in xy plane. तो what it will be, तो अल्फा 1 into 1 0 plus अल्फा 2 into 2 0, that is equal to 0 0. So what it will give you? Alpha 1 plus alpha 2 comma 0 is equal to 0 comma 0. What does it mean? It means alpha 1 is equal to minus alpha 2 or alpha 2 is equal to minus alpha 1. Will it satisfy only for 0 comma 0? How many numbers of scalar you have such that this equation will be satisfied? Only for 0 comma 0?
No, ma'am, infinitely many sets.
Infinitely many, right? ऐसे बहुत सारे combinations होंगे alpha 1 alpha 2 के such that their sum is 1. Means if you consider the inverse of each and every number, at that time this one will be satisfied. For example, if you choose alpha 1 as 1, in that case you can choose alpha 2 as minus 1 such that this is 0, 2 then minus 2, similarly minus 3 then 3. So there are plenty of examples for which this condition is satisfied. Means in this case I can say there exists alpha I 1 or 2 such that this is not equal to 0, then also this equation is satisfied. So in that case I can say this V1 and V2 are linearly dependent. In fact, if you see the geometrical representation, 1 comma 0 means 1 comma 0, suppose this is 1 and this is the length 2. So 1 comma 0 means this is your V1 and 2 comma 0 that is your another vector V2. तो दोनों अलाइनमेंट में है, आप एक दूसरे के रिप्रेजेंटेशन से कर सकते हो. मीन्स V1 I can write it as 2 V2 I can write it as 2V1 क्योंकि उस केस में this is 2 comma 1 2 into 1 comma 0 that is 2 comma 0 V2 हमें मिल जाता है. Similarly you can represent V1 as 1 by 2 V2 means they are dependent on each other. So that's why they are linearly dependent. Elsewhere here if you see the geometrical representation, they are unit vector along xyz coordinate. So it is nothing but this one is unit vector E1 if I say x-axis, this is unit vector E2 if this is y-axis, and along z-axis this is E3. You can see that there is a no means when they are linearly dependent they will lie on each other. Here you can see that they are exactly at the angle 90 degree, right? Similarly geometrically if you consider this one and this one, they will also linearly independent. Means so now in this is with respect to the vector quantity. Same thing will apply in the differential equation. Means x1 x2 y1 y2 yn are functions of x, and if you include the function such that it is dependent on each other, we will discard those quantities and we will represent the solution. It has to be linearly independent in nature. That's why we will always consider solution to be distinctly represented by distinct curves or functions we can say. So हर बार ये कॉम्बिनेशन लेके चेक करना इट इज नॉट अ फिजिबल थिंग, राइट? तो क्योंकि यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो सिंस आई हैव चोजन वेक्टर एज विद द एंट्री 0 and 1, therefore computations are lesser. Here also you can see each and every time with the to deal with the functions variable with the x, it is not the easy task. So in that case we have another notion that if you choose, suppose you are given y1 y2 and yn as a functions of x and you want to identify whether they are linearly independent or dependent. So in that case you can consider the determinant. First row will be consisting of the functions given, that is y1 y2 yn. Second row will be consisting of its derivative, that is y1 dash y2 dash yn dash. Third row again the derivative but second order derivative, so y2 double dash yn double dash. In general, since n many solutions you are given, therefore this determinant will be of order n cross n. Second row first derivative, third row second derivative. So when you consider nth row, it will contain n minus 1th order derivative. So this is y2 n minus 1 up to yn n minus 1th derivative. And when you solve these determinant, this determinant is called Wronskian. When this determinant is not equal to 0, at that time given set is linearly independent. If it is equal to 0, given set is linearly dependent. So whenever you have a determinant, it is easy to consider this kind of notion with respect to Wronskian, because you can easily solve the determinant of 2 cross 2 or 3 cross 3 matrix, 3 cross 3 determinant, and if it is not equal to 0, you can directly say they are linearly independent. If it is 0, it is linearly dependent. This is actually a necessary and sufficient condition for the vectors or for the functions to be linearly independent. Let us consider one example. Example में suppose आपके पास solution का set जो है that contains the function suppose x, 2x and x square. Right, here you can see that both of this will represent a straight line passing through origin, right? So now you can say that this will be the linearly dependent, right? But let us see via this necessary and sufficient condition. So in that case, what will be the Wronskian? Since there are three functions we are given, so we will get 3 cross 3 determinant. So how it will be? So first row will be the given function. Second row will be derivative of it, that is 1, 2 and 2x, and third row will be further derivative of it. So 1 derivative 0, 2 derivative is also 0, and this is 2. What is the determinant of this one? So you can see I can consider determinant with respect to last row, and it is 2x minus 2x, that is equal to 0 for all x, and therefore this set is linearly dependent from necessary and sufficient condition. Whereas if we choose x and x square, one represent the straight line, one represent the parabola, in that case Wronskian will be what? So now two functions we are given, therefore determinant will be of order 2 cross 2. In that case y1x, that is the first solution x, second one x square, uska derivative x का derivative 1, here derivative will be 2x, so you can see that it is 2x square minus x square, that is equal to x square, which is not equal to 0 whenever you consider x is not equal to 0, right? हर बार x not equal to 0 हम consider करेंगे, because if your x is equal to 0, x is actually independent variable. Whenever we consider dy by dx, x is independent variable, and if it is 0, then it has a no sense, because it will give you always a trivial solution. So always while talking about the solution of the differential equation, we will assume that x is not equal to 0. Hence this Wronskian is not equal to 0. Therefore I can say x and x square are linearly independent. So what do you mean by linearly independent? What do you mean by linearly dependentness? What is a Wronskian? All these things are clear to you. If yes, please raise your hand. Okay. Very good. Further, when you go for the higher semester, that is in third semester, you will see in the vector space, you will have a topic vector space. In this, linearly independent and dependentness will come into the more detail in the mathematics 3. So you will get to know about more in terms of this linearly independentness and dependentness in future, that is in your third semester. Okay. तो आपको अगर याद हो तो होमोजीनियस इक्वेशंस हमने लिए थे लास्ट टाइम, जो एग्जांपल्स लिए थे, तो जब भी आपके पास रिपीटेड रूट्स होते थे, right, let me consider, suppose auxiliary equation is given by 1 minus m minus 1 whole square is equal to 0, at that time m is equal to 1 comma 1. So what will be the corresponding solution we have chosen?
e raised to
C1
c1 e raised to x plus x
C2 e raised
c2 e raised to x.
Very
plus
good.
C2.
So we have multiplied that quantity with x. If we have not multiplied, suppose, so in that case what is your solution set? So solution set will contain e raised to x and e raised to x, right? Suppose this multiplication has not done. So in that case, e raised to x and e raised to x. So what will be the Wronskian in that case? So e raised to x, its derivative is also e raised to x, and this determinant will be 0 always. So in that case, your solution will be linearly dependent. And whenever we talk about the solution function, it has to be linearly independent in nature. So to make it linearly independent, we have multiplied another solution with x. So now your solution set will contain the variable x, and when you consider the derivative of this with respect to x, तो e raised to x का डेरिवेटिव e raised to x होगा. इस केस में x डेरिवेटिव is 1, e raised to x as it is plus x as it is and derivative of e raised to x. Check its determinant and let me know what is the answer.
E raised to 2x.
E raised to 2x, and you know that exponential function will be never 0. Therefore Wronskian is not equal to 0, and therefore your solution set will be linearly independent. So when I have multiplied it with x, at that time I have told you that I will let you know why we are multiplying it with x. अगेन अगर रूट 1 होता है और आप x इंटू ई रेस टू एक्स लोगे तो ये डिटर्मिनेंट अगेन 0 हो जाएगा. So that's why we again have to multiply it with x, and therefore you will get the linearly independent solution, right? So all these stuff have been written over here. Let me just show you. Yeah, so linearly independent and dependent. Exact definition is not written over here, but I have already told you that you have to consider the linear combination, equate it to 0, and suppose from this equation if you get all these scalars to be 0, then it is linearly independent, otherwise linearly dependent. And this is what the Wronskian for two functions and three functions you are given. I have in general told you about n many functions you are given, right? So in that case you can particularize it for 2 and 3. So here also it is written function y1, y2, y3 defined on the interval a to b are said to be linearly dependent if this Wronskian is 0, and independent here if their Wronskian is not equal to 0 at some point. Okay, so let us consider some of the example on this Wronskian. So you are asked to find out whether the functions are linearly independent or dependent. So here you are given three functions: cos hyperbolic x, exponential function with power x, and with power minus x. What is cos hyperbolic function?
raised to x plus e raised to minus x by 2.
Yes, e raised to x plus e raised to minus x by 2. That is the correct one. Means cos hyperbolic function is ultimately exponential function or not? Combination of exponential function or not? Yes or no?
Yes ma'am. Yes ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
तो यहाँ पर आपका गैस अभी आप डेफिनेशन अच्छे से समझ रहे हो, तो क्या मिलना चाहिए? लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट मिलना चाहिए या डिपेंडेंट मिलना चाहिए?
Linearly dependent.
लीनियरली डिपेंडेंट. क्यों? क्योंकि देखो, लेट मी शो यू. अल्फा 1 cos h x प्लस अल्फा 2 e रेस टू x प्लस अल्फा 3 e रेस टू माइनस x इज इक्वल टू 0 है सपोज. तो ऐसे कोई अल्फा आइज आपको मिल सकते हैं जो ये इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई करे. तो यू नो ऑलरेडी दैट cos hx है, that is nothing but e raised to x plus e raised to minus x upon 2, that is alpha 1. यहाँ पर अल्फा 2 e raised to x plus अल्फा 2 e raised to minus x, right? तो यहाँ पर इसको जीरो करने के लिए व्हाट शुड आई चूज? सपोज अल्फा 1, जस्ट वेट, अल्फा 1 जो है उसको मैं 1/2 ऑलरेडी ले लेती हूँ. अल्फा, फॉरगेट अबाउट दिस क्वांटिटी बिकॉज इट इज ऑलरेडी 1/2 ओवर देयर. तो अल्फा 1 इज इक्वल टू 1/2 आपके पास ऑलरेडी है, राइट? उसके बाद अल्फा 2 जो है उसको -1/2 ले लूँ, अल्फा 3 को भी -1/2 ले लूँ, तो ये सारे एक्सप्रेशन जीरो हो जाएंगे या नहीं अल्टीमेटली?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so means I got the alpha i's which are not zero, then also this linear combination is zero. What does it mean by definition? They turns out to be linearly dependent. But let us see this in terms of Wronskian. So Wronskian के लिए we are given the example. Check the linearly independent and dependentness of cos hx e raised to x e raised to minus x. तो उस केस में रॉन्स्किन क्या हो जाएगा बताइए? फर्स्ट रो
e raised to x, e raised to minus x,
यस. सेकेंड रो
Sin hyperbolic x.
minus e raised to minus x. Okay, sin hyperbolic.
डेरिवेटिव ऑफ इट एंड अगेन डेरिवेटिव ऑफ इट. सो cos hx e raised to x का डेरिवेटिव e raised to x ही रहेगा एंड नाउ इट विल बिकम प्लस e raised to minus x, right? Solve this determinant and let me know what you are getting. आप e raised
0.
कैसे?
0.
First and last row are equal, same.
First and last row are equal, therefore determinant is 0, and therefore from the necessary and sufficient condition I can say this set, that is functions we are given cos hx e raised to x e raised to minus x is linearly dependent. और geometrically या तो फिर mathematical expression से भी आप देख सकते हो कि cos hx is ultimately a linear combination of exponential e raised to x and e raised to minus x. Therefore this vector will be depending on this one as well as this one. That's why you will get Wronskian as 0, right? Let us check for another one here. Check for this one. 3 functions you are given, so Wronskian will be consisting of 3 cross 3 determinant. Anyone having answer? Anyone has computed it? Or all of you are waiting for me to complete? अच्छा चलो ये डिटर्मिनेंट तो फाइंड आउट कर दो अब. What is the value of this determinant?
मैम वो e raised to 2x आ रहा है.
Determinant?
Yes मैम.
Ma'am, determinant e raised to
e raised to
3x
3x.
into cos
Yes.
2x plus 2.
Let us see. Let me write it. I will make this as curly bracket, and last one is plus 1 into 2 cos x minus sin x minus minus plus 2 sin x cos x plus sin x, right? So this bracket will be completed over here, and this one. Two cos x, 2 cos x sin x. Okay, so this is this term and this term will get cancelled. This is minus cos square, this is minus sin square, so minus 1, and from here you will get plus 2. So e raised to 3x will be the answer. All of you are getting it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So the entire curly bracket simplification will be 1, because this term gets cancelled with this one, right? Then minus cos square x minus sin square x, which evaluation will be minus 1. This terms gets cancelled, so 2 times cos square plus sin square, that is plus 2. So finally 1 will be the corresponding simplification, and hence e raised to 3x will be the final determinant, so which is always not equal to 0 for all x. Therefore we can say the given vectors or given functions, that is e raised to x sin x, e raised to x cos x, and e raised to x are linearly independent. So tell me, from these examples, all of you are clear about what do you mean by linearly dependent as independent and Wronskian, use of Wronskian? Is it clear to everyone? Please raise your hand. Very good. Very good. So now using this one, we are going to see if non-homogeneous functions we are given, non-homogeneous differential equation, that means always you can represent the left hand side in terms of the operator form as f of d, y is equal to right hand side function not equal to 0 r of x. Such kind of differential equations whenever you are given, at that time we have seen that its solution, general solution, if I denote it with y, then it is combination of complementary function plus particular integral. So now we will see how to find out particular integral. You know, complementary function means whatever left hand side part you are given, equate it to 0. Whatever solution from the auxiliary equation you will get, we will call it as complementary function. But to find out particular integral, we have two methods. One is variation of parameter, and second one is undetermined coefficients. Undetermined coefficients. So first we will see variation of parameter. So what do you mean by variation of parameter? So for that, suppose you are given nth degree differential equation, right? In general I am talking about, then I will go to go to the second order and third order as a particular case. So suppose you are given nth order differential equation, let me denote it with these notations. So P1, P2 up to Pn y is equal to r of x. So first of all, you have to find out the complementary function, you have to equate the left hand side to be equal to 0. So in that case, from the auxiliary equation, means auxiliary equation will be of nth order. It will be P1 into m raised to n minus 1 plus up to plus Pn is equal to 0. This is what the auxiliary equation, and when you solve it, you will have n many roots, and from those roots you will have the solution as c1, y1. Suppose those functions are given by y1x, y2x and so on, yn x, plus up to plus cn, yn x will, sorry, yn of x is the solution corresponding to the left hand side is equal to 0, means homogeneous part of the equation. We will denote it with complementary function. So this is the first part, that while solving the non-homogeneous case, you have to consider the homogeneous part of it, find out its complementary function or a general solution, we will call it as complementary function. Then our question is how to find out a particular integral yp. So for that, the variation of parameter method will tell you what do you mean by this yp. So variation of parameter is, it will be u1 of x, y1 of x plus u2 of x, y2 of x. y1 y2 क्या है जो आपने कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री फंक्शन में फाइंड आउट किया है. तो इन जनरल दिस इज un of x, yn of x, where what is this un's? So ui, suppose I is equal to 1 to n if I consider, so in that case ui's are represented by the integral. इंटीग्रल में इंटीग्रांड क्या होगा? तो it will be r of x, that is the right hand side function you are given, this one, into wi. Wi is a particular case of Wronskian. What is it? I will tell you. Denominator में w dx, where what is this wi? So wi is same as Wronskian, but ith row, I stands for ith column. So what is this ith column? So Wronskian का first row होगा y1 y2. Somewhere over here you will have yi minus 1. this one will be ith column, then I plus 1 up to कहाँ तक जाएगा, yn तक. Similarly y1 dash, y2 dash, yi minus 1 dash, yi plus 1 dash, yn dash. So our last one, it will be y1 n minus 1th order derivative, y2 n minus 1th order derivative, yi minus 1 n minus 1th order derivative, I plus 1 n minus 1th order derivative, yn n minus 1th order derivative. This determinant and ith row, this is nothing but ith column, sorry, ith column will be replaced by all the quantity 0, 0, 0 up to last entry will be 1. So this is what the particular integral you will have. So first of all, let us go one by one each and every step. Suppose you are given the differential equation, nth order differential equation you are given, that is this one. From that one you write down the auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation से आपके पास complementary function मिलेगा which will contain n many functions. We will call it as y1, y2, yn. From that, particular integral is given by this combination u1 y1 plus u2 y2 plus up to plus un yn, where this ui is represented by this integral, in which integrand is r of x, that is right hand side function, upon Wronskian into wi, where wi represent the entire Wronskian, where ith row is replaced by 0, 0, 0 up to 1. All n minus 1 column entry will be 0 in the ith column, last entry will be 1, right? So let us see, when 2 cross 2 matrix you are given, or sorry 2 cross 2 Wronskian you are given, at that time what will be the solution? Means suppose y double dash plus p1 y dash plus p2 is equal to r of x. This is what the differential equation you are given. From this one you can find out the complementary function, and it will be, let me denote it with c1 y1 of x plus, since it is second order तो कितने functions मिलेंगे, constant quantity, you will get 2 functions, तो y1 and y2 x. In that case, now you got 2 functions y1 and y2, so you can write yp as u1x y1x plus u2 of x y2 of x, where what is this u1? So u1 is nothing but r of x upon Wronskian into w1, I अगर लिखते हैं तो this is wi dx. तो उस केस में wi क्या हो जाएगा, तो y1 y2, actually Wronskian will be what, so it is y1 y2 y1 dash and y2 dash. तो उसमें से जब हम w1 लिखेंगे तो w1 means it is corresponds to first column, तो first column will be replaced by, first column में ये नहीं लिखेंगे, तो that will be replaced by all entry 0 but last row 1, so it will be consisting of 0, 1. Other thing will remain same, y2 and y2 dash as per the Wronskian. And what will be w2? Now you will tell me what will be w2 in this case.
y1
Yes,
0
0, very good,
y1 dash
very good.
1
1 means second, w2 corresponds to the second column replaced by 0, 1 in the Wronskian. तो ये वाली कॉलम रिप्लेस होगी 0, 1 एंट्री से और फर्स्ट कॉलम एज इट इज रहेगी. सो राइट, इन दैट केस तो ये डिटर्मिनेंट क्या हो जाएगा, इट इज एक्चुअली 0 minus y2, so it is ultimately minus y2. And what is this w2, so it is y1 minus 0, so it is just y1, right? So let us substitute these values in this one, और ये जो w है वो क्या हो जाएगा, तो it is y1 y2 dash minus y1 dash y2, determinant of Wronskian. तो ये पर्टिकुलर इंटीग्रल जो है वो एक्चुअल में क्या हो जाएगा, तो इफ यू सी yp इज इक्वल टू y1 तो ऑलरेडी आपके पास है, y1 ऑफ x into u1 of x, let me write the entire thing, then we will substitute the value, and u2 of x. तो y1 of x into u1 of x, u1 of x means integration में r of x into w1, फर्स्ट u1 लेंगे तो ये w1 हो जाएगा, w1 means it is just minus y2, तो माइनस y2 ऑफ x अपॉन रॉन्स्किन, रॉन्स्किन को मैं ऐसे ही रखती हूँ, एक्सप्रेशन नहीं लिखेंगे, प्लस y2 ऑफ x इंटू u2, तो u2 वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी, तो इट इज r ऑफ x इंटू w2, w2 इज नथिंग बट y1 ऑफ x अपॉन रॉन्स्किन dx. तो व्हेन आई राइट इट एज माइनस, ये नेगेटिव साइन को बाहर ले लेंगे, तो माइनस y1 ऑफ x r of x y2 of x upon w dx plus y2 of x integration r of x y1 of x upon w dx. तो इससे मिलेगा आपको yp, और इसको सॉल्व करेंगे तो you will have the general solution which is combination of complementary function and particular integral. So this is the desired solution we will have. So let me show you this part. So this is what complementary function we are given. At that time directly u of x is obtained by, तो यहाँ पर क्या किया है उन लोगों ने, ypx as u of x into y1x plus v of x into y2x. Notations are changed. I have just taken it as u1 and u2. So here u of x directly they have given as this quantity, right? So you can see that yp will remain same. Whatever notations you will consider, but in that case yp is represented by this equation, which is called the variation of parameter. So if you see the rule, so first of all differential equation you are given, so sorry, first you will find out the complementary function in which y1 and y2 are two functions involved. उसके बाद आप उसका रॉन्स्किन फाइंड आउट करोगे, रॉन्स्किन फाइंड आउट करने के बाद यू विल कंप्यूट u1 and u2, and finally taking the linear combination it with y1 and y2, the general solution can be given by yc plus yp. Tell me, from this one, variation of parameter method is clear to all of you? Please raise your hand. Very good. So if you are clear about these method, variation of parameter, then now you will tell me, suppose you are given third order differential equation, then what will be the particular integral yp in that case? Tell me, what should I write over here? Suppose आपको y1x, y2x और y3x जो है वो ऑलरेडी मिल चुके हैं फ्रॉम द कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री फंक्शन. सो व्हाट विल बी yp इन थर्ड ऑर्डर?
y1x into integration.
Can I write it as u1x first?
Yes, u1x y1x
y1 of x plus, very
u2
good,
of x y2 of x
yes, very good,
plus u3 of x y3 of x.
very good. So what is this ui's?
Integration rx
r of x, very good.
wi upon w.
Where what is this wi?
मैम उसका प्रोनाउंसिएशन नहीं आ रहा, लेकिन वो डिटरमिनेंट है वो.
हाँ, तो डिटरमिनेंट will be what? Suppose I say y1, w1 ले लो पहले, तो w1 क्या हो जाएगा उस केस में? ओके, रॉन्स्किन क्या हो जाएगा ये बताओ. चलो,
y1
y1, y2, y3,
y1 dash y2 dash
y1 dash, y2 dash, y3 dash,
Very good.
and y1 double dash, y2 double dash, and y3 double dash.
Very good. This one will be the Wronskian. So now what will be W1?
0 y2 y3
0, y2, y3.
Means can I write first column as 0, 0, 1?
Yes, ma'am.
And rest of two columns will be same. That is, it
Yes.
is y2, y3, y2 dash, y3 dash, y2 double dash, y3 double dash. What will be W2?
second column will be 0 0 1 and
Rest of the column will be as it is. That is y1, y1 dash, y1 double dash, 0, 0, 1, y3 dash, y3 only in the first row, then y3 dash, y3 double dash, and what will be W3?
Third column will be 0, 0, 1.
Rest of the columns will be as it is. y2, y2 dash, y2 double dash. So that is what the third order derivative solution means. यहाँ पे आप जब भी ui solve करोगे तो and उसको फिर y1, y2, y3 के साथ respectively multiplication करना है and finally yc plus yp करोगे तो you will have the general solution of the differential equation. I hope that from this one method is clear. Further, when we consider the examples based on this method, you will get the clear-cut idea about this method, right? So I will stop here because it is already 1:05. Okay, so now if you don't have a doubt, you can leave this meeting. And if I will get the